Give it a schwack, Tony. There you go. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm going to hand the floor over to the mayor for a few swearing-ins.
Britt, come on there.
Yeah, but I'll mess it up.
Repeat after me. I, Eric Ritz,
I, Eric Ritz,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will uphold
that I will uphold
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution and statutes of the state of Ohio,
Constitution and statutes of the state of Ohio,
and the chartered ordinances,
and the charter and ordinances
of the city of Streetsboro,
of the city of Streetsboro,
and that I will perform
that I will perform
the duties of police officer
the duties of police officer
for the city of Streetsboro Police Department,
for the city of Streetsboro Police Department,
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
No problem.
It goes straight in and then down.
But no.
Okay, now we have 3 part-time firefighters. I need Patrick Bergen, Jacob Boone, and Joshua Strunk.
What?
Okay, even okay, you guys just gonna follow through, all right? Say each name. You ready? Raise your right hand, repeat after me, please. Look at this. Look at this tie, you guys. Fire trucks on the tie. You gotta love this kid. I,
Patrick Bergen.
do hereby solemnly swear
Do hereby solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
to uphold
to uphold
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the state of Ohio,
the Constitution of the state of Ohio,
and the chartered ordinances
and the charters and ordinances
of the city of Streetsboro,
of the city of Streetsboro,
and that I will perform the duties of firefighter medic
the duties of firefighter medic
for the city of Streetsboro Fire Department,
for the city of Streetsboro Fire Department,
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. I'll get in there with you.
That's what I'm
With these guys in the mood. There we go. You want to see your pretty faces.
How good. Flags. What is it?
Anybody else? Capture the moment.
It's here. Sir, that's funny. That's funny.
You know, Jacob first.
If you were here. No, and she seriously defriended me a long time. I used to live by her. We'd already know. She was like, she was everything. Anti-everything. I would issue, let me kill him. Oh,
And Joshua Strunk.
jeez. They get bad. I hope. I just saw Jay butcher shop.
All right.
Who?
Congratulations, gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Paramedic for UH critical care. Critical care. Out of Oakwood, I think.
All y'all.
Based out of.
I just saw him. He doesn't know what. I saw he was buying in front of me. Crashing a giant eagle earlier. And I see
Not a further studies. We only have the opportunity. They are not like us. Make things out. Okay. Oh, you did?
All the fire trucks are there now. Like, wait, it's closing here. I do. I do.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Tappity tap. I'd like to call this Finance Committee meeting of Monday, September 29th, 2025 to order. We'll have the invocation and pledge.
Would you all join me for just a moment, just for a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk and all of the victims of political violence? Heavenly Father, thank you for being a God of order, not chaos. Lord, we know we can trust you to give us perfect peace. And Lord, I just ask that in these times of division and conflict, that we all turn to you for healing. Lord, give us all courage and humility in order to forgive others because you have forgiven us. And Lord, just guide our city and our nation and our world. And it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag which is
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hannon, Mr. Lombardo,
Here.
Wagner, yes, Ms. McDaniel, present, Ms. Flynn,
Here.
Mr. Pink, Mr. Mishan,
Motion to excuse Mr. Hannon and Mr. Ring.
First and a second to excuse both gentlemen. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none for the record. The motion passes. They are excused. At this time, I'm going to entertain a motion to temporarily recess the Finance Committee meeting so that we can open the council meeting in order to do the resolution of commendation for Eileen Fitzsimmons. Do I have a motion to temporarily recess the Finance Committee?
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes, and we are in a temporary hold here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to call to order tonight's regular council meeting of Monday, September 29, 2025. Caroline, would you please call the roll? Here.
Here.
President Flynn,
Here.
Mr. Ring, Mr. Mishniak,
Here. I'd like to make a motion to excuse Councilman Hannon and Councilman Ring.
Second.
A motion and a second to excuse Mr. Ring and Mr. Hannon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Disposition of minutes. Regular council meeting of September 8, 2025.
I'd like to make a motion to accept and dispose of said minutes.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none. 4, citizens' comments. Mr. Mayor?
I have nothing.
Okay. Reports.
To come back to that after we do. Well,
We're just going to 6?
yeah, going to 6 and then.
Oh, okay. All right. Introduction of legislation containing state of emergency. T 7839, resolution of accommodation for Eileen Fitzsimmons.
Any discussion before you want to say some things before?
Yeah, Eileen Fitzsimmons, for those of you that don't know her, was a very long-term participant with PERCAC, and she was also, I don't know if she was the chairman or president of the Friends of Streetsboro Parks. She loved our parks. She worked tirelessly for them, and she will definitely be missed. People like her are hard to come across, and I was glad to have her involved with PERCAC and with the Friends of Streetsboro Parks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't know why I jumped in front of you.
No, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you for that. Any other comments regarding this resolution?
I just want the record to reflect, in the minutes to reflect, Mr. Hannon is here now. So we have 6 votes now.
Okay, Mr. Hannon is now here. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a resolution of commendation for Eileen Fitzsimmons to recognize her many years of dedicated service to the city of Streetsboro. Whereas Eileen Fitzsimmons has commendably served the cities of Streetsboro for many years in many capacities, having been recently reappointed to serve as the Ward 2 representative to the Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Advisory Committee, PERCAC, having recently been a member of PERCAC, having consistently been a member of PERCAC since August 14, 2017, and whereas she was a passionate supporter of the Streetsboro Parks for over 18 years and was given the Portage Parks District Lifetime Achievement Award in 2022, and also served on the Streetsboro Green Space Committee starting in 2006 and was president of the Green Space Committee 2007 to 2011, and whereas she founded the not-for-profit Friends of the Streetsboro Parks organization, and through the Friends of the Streetsboro Parks she coordinated the Paws and Pails event held for several years at City Park as a fun day with your four-legged family members, and whereas she was also a member and former president of the Friends of the Streetsboro Library, and whereas it's only fitting and proper that Eileen Fitzsimmons be publicly recognized for her remarkable efforts and achievements as an advocate for the local parks and more generally the city of Streetsboro. Now therefore be it resolved by the council of the city of Streetsboro, Portage County, Ohio, a majority of the members elected or appointed thereto concurring, that this council, on behalf of the administration and residents of the city of Streetsboro, do hereby express their sincere gratitude to Eileen Fitzsimmons for her many years of dedicated service to the city of Streetsboro.
I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules.
Okay.
A motion and a second to suspend the rules. All in favor?
No, we need a roll call.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel? Yeah. Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yeah.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes.
Make a motion to adopt the legislation.
A motion and a second to adopt the legislation. All in favor?
No, roll call.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
And Ms. McDaniel? And Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. All right. P7839 now passes.
7839.
7839 now passes, becomes 2025-125.
El Presidente.
Family, step up to the podium. Do you want to hand it over?
You want to present or give it to the mayor? Mayor, you want to present?
We got. Nancy should come down too.
Our Vice President, get down
Thank you.
Thank you.
That her daughter's
It's her sister.
sister.
She loves Streetsboro. She loved the park. She loved the library.
The training.
Thank you. Sure.
Ravenna Room.
In the exterior. Yeah, it was me.
Jim will keep this forever. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to recess out of the regular council meeting.
A motion and a second to recess out of council. Roll call, please. Yep.
Okay, then we
Doing
get
it for all of them now.
Mr. Bashir,
Yes.
McDaniel, Wagner,
Yes.
Ms. Glenn,
Yes.
Mr. Hannon,
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo.
Yes.
Okay, so we are recessed out
All
of.
right, we're recessed out of regular council.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to reconvene the Finance Committee meeting of Monday, September 29th, 2025.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We are reconvened. First item is the disposition of minutes, the regular Finance Committee meeting of August 25th, 2025. Do we have a motion on those minutes?
Make a motion to accept as presented.
Second?
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? For the record, there are none. Motion passes. Minutes are accepted. Item 5, the MFR. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Councilman Michniak. This is the monthly financial report for the month of August. We are 2/3 through the calendar year already, so we're expecting revenues, expenses to be around 67% from an average standpoint. In regards to expenses for the general fund, we're at 68% for the year, and overall for the city, it's 71%. Flipping over to revenues, we're at 85% for the general fund and 84% citywide. The headline for the month of August is the second half property taxes were collected from the county. In regards to inside millage, the county told us to budget roughly $2.267 million, and that is spread across 3 different funds for the city. But we actually only received $2.049 million, and so we were about $200,000 short in what we were expecting from real estate taxes. Of that $200,000, $146,000 of that was to go into the general fund. So when, the real estate, it makes up it's the second largest revenue collection point for the city. It makes up about 8.5% for the general fund. And so when something like that is under, I get a little concerned. But, I don't have a detailed reasoning as to why it came up short. Obviously, there's some delinquent taxes there. Maybe there's, I do know of an exempt property that shouldn't have been in that budget number. But at the end of the day, our city is still up versus last year's collections. We're actually 300,000 more. Would it have been nice to have been 500,000? Of course. But for the general fund, we're still up 300,000 in regards to property tax collection. So I will probably in the future have to downgrade that revenue. I'll look to the county for that guidance. But going back to our main revenue source, which is income tax collections, that makes up 76.5% of the revenue for the general fund. And through the month of August, we've collected about $11.5 million This 11.5 million translates to being $1 million over versus August of 2024. And even we're almost done with the month of September. I can tell you in the month of September, it was strong as well, that we were up year to date. So again, from a revenue standpoint, while we are very dependent on income tax collections, there's still some other revenue sources for the city, past number one and number two, which is tax and real estate. Our interest revenue was actually pretty strong in August. We collected $94,700. That gets spread across different funds. That's only down about $2,000 versus August of 2024. So I can't be too upset about that, given this interest rate environment. Actually, just a side note, our investment board met today for a quick meeting. I don't know if you've ever met with the investment board, but we had a discussion, and I'll bring this to council in October in regards to, I would like us to entertain looking at changing up the interest formula. It is spread across 7 funds. Caroline can attest to this. She's actually helped me with research. As my own people, we don't know who came up with this formula. And I would rather put this interest revenue, because obviously if you watch anything with the Fed meetings, there's going to be 2 more possible 25 basis points going down, and that helps bring down the market. So I'm expecting less interest revenue, but I would like to put this into funds that have payroll. To me, it's more of a smoothing agent, and as we go into next year, I would like to entertain changing up that interest allocation into just personnel funds. And so we can take a look at that, but that's just a side note. And our number 4 revenue collection is hotel motel tax. We're at $388,000 for the year. That for me is just kind of a stalwart type of revenue collection. It's just very consistent. We budgeted for the year $412,000, so we're going to hit that, no doubt, in this last third of the year. So just zooming back to the big picture in regards to revenues, general funds collected 14.9, and we budgeted 17.4. Like I said, we still have another third of the year to go. And that, in regards to August of last year, that's an extra 1.3 million. Keep that number in mind, 1.3. And I could get into, state and local government, cable franchise fees, and those are all in your monthly financials. Those are up as well. The only thing I'm really down in is down in like fines and permits, about 70,000. But like I've said before, when the tide's in, it just kind of smooths those type of things over. So all in all, I'm looking just from an analysis standpoint, obviously reaching our revenue target if we stay on this course. Just flipping back for a moment, back to expenses. I like comparing the prior year's month to the current month, so August 24 to 25. And surprisingly, the general fund actually expensed out less versus last year, about almost $930,000. But you have to dig into the numbers a little bit to know that we transferred last year like $2 million out of the general fund to capital fund. So if I took that $2 million back out, I'm actually $1,060,000 over versus this time last year. And, just staying on that for a moment, obviously we've been very capital heavy in Streetsboro. And, one of the initiatives with the mayor has been, we wanted to take a breath this year. And, we have not transferred any money to the 401, and I don't plan on transferring anything to the 401 this year, barring some catastrophe. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. But keep in mind, the 401 operates off of income tax collections. So if you have income tax collections up, you're obviously that fund is gonna do well. So we're actually doing very well. We've had some discussions on the 401 fund today. And so again, I don't believe we will need to do any transfers out of the 101 this year to 401. But just getting back to the extra million, if you compare that million to 1.3 we've netted like 300,000. So we're doing pretty good. And that's one of the biggest things probably in financial analysis. You always want to know, you always want to be able to support your expense growth with revenue growth. And that's one of the big things you always want to hone in on, is us growing as a city, not only from payroll and benefits and things of that nature, but also operations, contractual, things of that nature. We want to make sure that our revenues are keeping in tick, if not more, so that the city is operating at a healthy margin. Some of the diving into, I have a classification thing. I'm not going to dive into all that, but my contractual is up and also my utilities is up. It's capturing my attention. We were actually looking at some items today. I'm sure many other residents feel this as well, your electric bills. And hey, guess what? That transfers to the city as well. And I mean, just one bill in particular that I had last year was $3,400. This year it's $7,400. That's a 50%, that's 100% increase. And so, and I don't believe, I'm going to make an assumption, I don't believe it's based on usage, it's based on the bill rate. And so this is something I'm definitely keeping an eye on. I moved about 52,000 last month, and we were looking at it today on finance. I think we're going to be okay in the 101, the 501. I do need to move some money, but it's always good. You don't want to get sidetracked with, expensive revenues are great and all that. You always want to keep an eye on even some of the expense categories that might be ticking higher that could, be a blind spot for the city. So we want to keep those, keep an eye on those. So all in all, general fund, we've collected about 85%. And I have no doubts that we will hit our revenue projections. And just a quick shout out, we don't talk about him a lot, but the water fund, Billy, runs a pretty tight ship over there. And I was surprised today when I saw the numbers. We are at 78% revenue collection, but they've only spent 51% of their expenses. So he must be doing something right. I haven't made his bond payment yet for the water tower, but the water fund is unintended doing swimmingly. I put this note in the email. There's no changes in the general fund carryover because, council members, we did not pass a budget adjustment in August, so that remains unchanged. But all in all, any questions in regards to the month of August?
I had a quick question. You mentioned a category, fines and permits. Are those two separate categories or one combined?
No, so what we do is we'll group a bunch of light revenues together. So that way I don't have to go line by line, GL line. I just run a pivot table and then I just see that category, where's it at? Now that's broken down between police, fire, building, engineering, planning, all that could be part of that number, but cumulatively I'm down about 70 for the year.
So those are just permits for any of those categories and fines out of any of those categories?
Correct. And I mean, there's not as much building going on necessarily, or people are just getting charged. I don't,
Yeah, is there a way to,
in regards to that?
I see those as two wholly different revenue streams.
Fines and
Well, I think it'd be more useful as a diagnostic tool for you because you don't know if it's just less building or if it's less actual fines or both.
Property taxes, income taxes, and I think I lump in homestead exemption. Those are practically 90%. But yeah, I see where you're going.
I don't know if it'd be useful to you or not, but it seems like
we've been ticking down in regards to permits. I mean, we just don't make what we used to.
Well, I'm on the Portage County Law Library Board also, and we're in charge of the revenue streams. And so we notice a large downtick in our funding strictly comes from statutory tickets. It's written in by the state.
Sure.
A certain percentage of every speeding ticket, any ticket you get, DUI, all of it, a certain percentage goes to the law library, and we're way down.
Maybe we have more law-abiding citizens.
We don't know what it is. We were trying to figure it out too, and it looks like the fines are less and there's less tickets being handed out, which I'm all for as a driver, but I just want to let you know that. So we're seeing a decrease, and we just don't just on year to date. We don't understand what it is. We look, there's less tickets written, less fines at the time of the pre-trials, less, judges are doing them. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I can entertain breaking that out just to hone in. It's not a bad idea.
It's our only revenue source, so we looked at it and it is what it is, and we had to plan our budget accordingly it was about a 22% reduction over 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, I open the floor up for questions on the MFR. Anybody?
I guess I have a question.
Sure.
About the property tax. And I know you said the county said expect X amount, and it said we got X amount minus $200,000. And it sounds like no explanation as to why we're 200 short. And I guess, so we don't know if there's more money coming in from that, or if it's just...
I can assure you they probably build the parcel, and let's say somebody buys that parcel, well, during the title search, they'll have to pay those property taxes that are in arrears. But to go through, I don't have a list of every parcel, and did they pay or did they not?
They don't provide anything. They just provide you the total, and then they provide, here's what you get, and no explanation.
Down by fund, and this was years ago that council voted how they wanted that inside millage to be broken out between the 3 funds. And so the county will do that on our behalf, say, hey, you put this much to general fund, put this much to a bond fund. And so, but we don't get a detailed listing from the county.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. With that, we will move on. Item 6 is old business. There is none. Moving on, item 7, new business. 7A is a request for special finance committee meeting on October 13th, 2025. Mr. Miller, you have anything to say on that? Or?
Yeah, the reasoning behind this is I will be out. It's the second meeting in October, so I wanted to take care of the monthly financial report, the budget adjustment, so my assistant does not have to, but I'm also like to talk about the capital perhaps in that meeting in regards to the 5-year plan. I usually provide council. Capital is a lot more exciting to talk about than materials and supplies. And so I'm sure council would be, as we're going into this budget season, would like to see that, be a good kind of break that out from the November 10th when I introduce the total budget, which is all operations, payroll. And so that is one of the reasonings. We're having our final capital meeting this Thursday, and I just want to propose that.
You want to add it to I know we're already scheduled for safety, service, and regular council that day. Probably wouldn't be a problem to do it. Is the City Hall open that day? That's Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. You guys don't close for that anymore?
What's that, Steve?
The 13th, that's also Columbus Day. I know sometimes the courthouse is closed.
You get Columbus Day off?
Yeah, we changed ours too.
Caroline is saying you are open for business.
Yeah, it used to be a county and state holiday, but they took it off. All right, I'll entertain a motion to add that meeting at the request of Mr. Miller to the 13th of October.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the meeting is added. All right, 7B is T7841. Remove and replace the old bleachers at Field 7. Ms. Edgar.
You need to speak on it.
So the bleachers at Field 7 also came back in our risk assessment that they're no longer in compliance. That is because they don't have a backdrop on the bottom side of the bleacher above 34 inches. So rows 4 and 5 are what put us out of compliance. And so obviously to stay compliant and to be as safe as possible, we need to remove those bleachers and replace them with something that is.
You had your hand up. Did you want to add something, either of you?
Well, other than the fact that, as she said, those bleachers are not in compliance, and we're also asking to purchase new ones. Is that correct?
Yes, we will be purchasing new ones. It will be under $20,000.
So it'll be under border control. We had talked. the thing that is the most important part of this is the disposition of the bleachers, okay? We're just gonna scrap them. And that, as far as removal, I don't need council's permission to remove it, health, safety, and welfare. Because they're under border control or because they're under council limit, we don't need to ask for the money, but we do need to ask for the okay to dispose of them. And they're aluminum, they'll go to the scrapyard. And we have to have them with we have to assign them no value, correct, in order to get rid of them. So that's basically what we're asking.
Do you get the scrap money for it?
Pardon me?
Do you get the scrap money for it?
Hey, you can get scrap whatever aluminum is.
Yeah. You have your hand up? Yeah.
The legislation that's been prepared to remove the bleachers doesn't specify the no value?
We'll resubmit in order. I would just like to have this one just taken off. We talked about it, and we'll resubmit for the disposition of the bleachers.
I didn't know if you wanted to amend this one on the floor and do it now, or?
Resubmit.
Mr. Hannon, you had your hand up?
All for replacing them. I know they've been there for a while, but my thought is no other field in our park has those bleachers. I know, like, probably at the time when those were put in, it was the high school baseball field. And a lot of people, like, when they attend a baseball game, they bring their own chair. So is it justifiable to spend the money to replace the bleachers, seeing that the field is not a high school baseball field anymore?
Well, every time I've been by a game there has been people in the
I
bleachers.
think people use them. I was curious because if they're not there, obviously people are just going to bring chairs, but.
I would like to see us keep them. I mean, sometimes people come from out of town or whatever,
right.
And they will. And sometimes I've seen the bleachers quite full. Usually people with the chairs sit further down the fence.
Yeah. Just a thought. Thank you.
Is that all you had?
Yep.
Anything further on that subject matter? All right. Make a motion. Is October 13th all right for this?
Pardon me?
You want to send it to October 13th? Or you can just add it if you want.
I would just remove it from the agenda and then we'll resubmit it as the thing.
That's fine. We'll just move on. All right. Thank
We
you.
can submit it under service on the 13th.
Sure.
Well, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
In the I might have missed this, I'm sorry, but it says in her letter she provided us that she wants to remove them by October 8th. So if we send,
We don't need permission to remove.
Yeah, they can just remove them without order.
Okay. There's.
but to deem it no value,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it falls under the health, safety, and welfare. Just as we did with the playground.
Yeah.
And I didn't think of it at the time, but, removing that piece of equipment number one, it reduces our liability. If someone were to have gotten cut on that, needed stitches or got hurt, whatever the case may be, because we knew it existed, we could be held liable. And I guess it falls under the powers of the mayor for the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens, and that's what we did with the bleachers. They're not in compliance with the current rules and regulations for them, so that's why we're removing them.
Perfect.
If I may, I would prefer if we could get them approved to be disposed of today, because they otherwise would be disassembled behind the shop.
Well, they'll have to be there for a couple weeks.
Okay.
Okay, because the way that the legislation is written, it doesn't include, the amendment to the legislation would be extensive. Okay, so we can just submit, they'll just have to stack them behind the shop for, a couple weeks until we can get it approved in October.
Very good. All right, moving on. Item 7C, T7842, purchase holiday light displays. Ms. Edgar.
Obviously, the big initiative this year is to revamp the square, do some cool holiday lights over there, really get in the spirit. So you can kind of see what the plan is for the different corners there. They each have their different theme. The legislation is for various vendors. That's because this is such a big project that going to be a lot of different vendors coming together to be able to make this work. Two of the major ones are GP Designs. That's where most of the light displays will come from, but not all of them. And then we'll use some other miscellaneous vendors as well for like electric, cable, that kind of thing, uplighting.
Very good. Any questions? Go ahead, John.
Thank you. I'm super excited about this. Is the focus next year to do like the city hall property
Yes.
once it's all completed with construction and everything?
Yep.
And then my second question regarding the square, and the city may already be ahead of this, but correct me if I'm wrong, I think in the past we've had some issues with like breakers popping, stuff like that, so.
We're on it.
It's being up. I would just hate to see all this, new stuff be out there and then all of a sudden like old electrical breaks or something.
Well, we're getting quotes right now. We are aware of the electrical issues and we're getting quotes right now. And I think we're gonna bring those forth on the 13th. Yeah, and we'll bring those on the 13th to get that up to snuff.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Thank you.
John?
Steve's running. Yes, yeah, I'm good.
Thank you. Ms. Edgar, I just had a quick question because this is a nice little investment. Do we know how long or do we anticipate the lifespan on these lights? I'm just curious.
Yeah, this is all commercial grade equipment, so it should have a pretty decent lifespan as long as they're taken care of and they're put away nicely. The bulbs are actually C7 commercial and they are indestructible, so to say. They're like the OptiCore, they're top of the line. So we should get quite a few years out of them.
Okay, and do we have a good storage spot for these things so we can keep them in good working condition for this extra, since we're getting extras now?
Yeah, they'll be stored up at Carter Lumber.
Okay.
In the storage unit, yeah.
Very good. And then just one more comment. I appreciate these mock-ups because I'm a visual person and I love that you're keeping the traditional manger at the corner. Thank you for that. I think that's a good thing.
Didn't want to mess with that, just wanted to add a nice backdrop.
Nice little touch of the old with the new.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Go ahead.
I have a question on the corner that has the manger scene. There's a menorah
Yeah.
that's been on there. Is that also, I don't see it in the
That will
drawing.
be-
That will be there too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I also was wondering, some of these are marked colored and some of them are marked white. And some of these lights now, maybe not on the commercial side of it, but you can get them where they can change color. So is that a possibility or not?
With these strands, no, you're kind of, what you screw in as the bulb is what you get. But so my thought was to go catty corner with the white and the color just to kind of mix up some variety. Plus I just wanted to keep it nice and tasteful for the veterans corner and the manger scene that's, a little more sentimental and just kind of have the color with the reindeer.
I was just thinking if we're going to have these for a while, if there was a possibility of doing a color change, being able to change the color. So not really then?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything further? All right, moving on. Oh, yeah.
Motion to move T7842 to tonight's full council meeting.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it moves on to tonight's meeting. 7D, T7843, Police Station Elevator Repair. Chief Wayne.
Our 27-year-old elevator lift unit has lived its life, and we've got a temporary fix on it right now. It's leaking hydraulic fluid and will continue to leak. There is no repair that we can do for it. So we knew it was coming, so budgeted for this year for the repair. We're looking for $29,768 out of our building improvement 5704 to get that taken care of.
All right, we'll open the floor for questions or discussion.
No questions. I'll make a motion to move this item to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it is so moved.
They wouldn't use a block and tackle, so you had to go the other way.
Item 7E, T7851, authorized CRA agreement with Gebhardt. Mr. O'Malley.
Good evening. The legislation in front of you tonight is for a tax abatement for Gebhardt Intralogistics. That'll be used to help defray some of the costs that is associated with 40,000 square foot expansion of their plant on Aurora Hudson Road. The company is based in Germany and has operations throughout the world and is experiencing some challenges with tariffs. The tax abatement is helping us increase jobs, not just in Streetsboro, but here in America. There's 49 jobs currently in existence at the Gebhardt plant. With the expansion, 20 new full-time jobs will be created. That's probably doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 41% increase to those guys. Payroll should work out to just shy of $5 million at the end of the completion. Please be aware that while this is structured as an emergency, we're requesting the full 30 reads. There is some cultural things that we have to work out with Germany and figuring out this contract that is not yet executed. But we do want it to be able to take effect immediately because we are quickly running out of good construction days. So if we don't have to wait 30 days until after it passes in November or be in December, that'd be wonderful with Ohio weather. Are there any questions?
Any questions from the floor? Mayor, you have anything to add? No? All good?
If there's no questions, I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council for first read.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved. Item 7F, T7844, authorized auction of water vehicle and miscellaneous equipment. Bill Miller.
Yeah, we received the water truck that we purchased. Lights on. Just wanted to get rid of the old one. And I do have an old Ford tractor and a City Home mail inserter that I'd like to get rid of at the same time. They're all not used to us at this point.
Any discussion? Motion to move it to regular council.
Make a motion to move it to tonight's full council meeting.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved. 7G, T7845, amend ordinance number 2025-114, the renewal of Citizen Serve subscription. Mr. Kaufman.
Good evening, thank you. This one is just changing the GLs on the ordinance. We, for whatever reason, they were incorrect, GLs that didn't even exist. So these are just modifying them to the correct ones.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council meeting.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved. Mr. Kaufman, you're up again. T7846, the purchase of CDW-G Inc. Apple iPad devices. Mr. Kaufman.
These devices will actually be primarily for you guys, for the BZBA members, for New City Hall. They're the devices that will be at all the dais seats. So we just wanted to get them purchased now so that it's done and out of the way.
Very good. Any questions? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mishniak. Mr. Miller, I love this. Mr. Kaufman, sorry.
We don't
Too
need
many
another
now.
Miller.
I appreciate this. I love the idea of having, technology, stuff like that. The only question I have is how are we going to kind of implement this? Like right now I look around, I'm like one of the only people that has my computer open. I mean, there's a couple people, but I'm also the only city council person that has my computer open. So like, is there a way that you have something in mind of how you're going to put it onto the iPad so that way we can see it?
Yes. So every council night, the agenda will be loaded on your iPads. You can still get printed copies if you want, but then you'll be able to swipe through and see everything right there. It makes it, you'll be able to zoom. All of us are getting older.
And that's something that you're going to do on
Yes.
your end? Because like right now when I come in, I turn my computer on, load my email, find the attachment, right? So, I'm just trying to think of like how that.
Yep, there's actually an app that JPL, who we've been contracting with for New City Hall, that he's used in the past. I don't remember the name of it right now, but I'll be able to load it into the app. It'll be on all the iPads, and presentations will be loaded onto there. It'll be real nice.
Yeah, I think just like, my experience with this, I think ease of access will help transition people.
Yeah.
Obviously, if someone's up here, like, I swear every time I log into this computer, it tells me to change my password because I only use it every other Monday night. So, like, that stuff gets frustrating, and then people are like, I'll just stick with paper.
Right.
So, I'm glad to see that you have like a plan worked out, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, I'm super in favor of this.
So this is basically replacing our computers then?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Will we have to turn them in, the computers?
I mean, that's the goal, yes.
I'm happy to turn mine in, because like.
That's all I'm saying. You need
John
to
said.
show him how to clean out his searches.
Those things.
I already know how to do it. I'm just saying, it's all, it is an election year, John. When will they be here? That's my question.
We'll probably order them next week, and they're about 2 weeks out. So we'll have
That
them.
quick.
In
How
October.
large is the screen?
They're the iPad Pro 13.1 inch, so they're the biggest iPads that
Right.
Apple makes.
Now, you said that you'll have them up here for this. They stay in the
They
meeting?
stay,
And then when you
correct.
come in, you log in, or just you're going to push
Everything
it
will be up and ready to go through.
like a universal device?
Yes. And there's the Magic Keyboard as well, so if you need to type something or whatnot.
So they'll stay up here, and then other boards can use them.
That's correct.
Is there storage on them or anything like that?
The basic model. So there's actually quite a bit of storage on those things.
It's not to an individual person.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just thinking, I'm putting my public records hat on. Like, somebody asks, Mike says, I would like to see what Mishniak had on his laptop on Monday at 8 p.m. What was he surfing? Can they submit that request? And it's not like that's John's computer. You could
Right.
do a request, but if it's a multi-person use pad, I don't know, it's something to think about.
Are these iPads staying here?
They are staying.
If they're staying and they're part of the property of the city, and you're not doing any privileged
Yeah,
communications.
we wouldn't be saving anything, is what I'm.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think it would be.
It's almost like a viewing device. Yeah.
Yes, pretty much you are correct.
Something to think about. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, like, are you able to basically close out of everything else other than that one app?
We can. I know there's an app that we used for the service department for a while that we can put them in like a kiosk mode
Yeah.
to where it only has that specific thing. We can definitely look at that for these as well. I think that was like $10 a device or something like that to purchase it.
I think we sometimes go into maps. We'll often look at like Google Maps or something to, somebody's like, hey, where's that at? And then I know John and I do it when we sit next to each other. We'll open a map and he'll be like, we're talking about this intersection or.
Right.
Oh, yeah, those are all bridges we can cross at that time, so.
Yes, sir.
I'm all for new stuff that we could use. Save some paper. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you. I noticed 16, you're ordering 16.
Correct. For a lot of the directors as well that
Is that
don't
enough?
have.
Is that enough?
Say again?
I just wasn't sure if that was enough, if that covered everybody.
That covers everybody that's going to want them, yes, and it's going to give us a couple spares because some people like their laptops and they're not going to go away
Okay.
from their laptops.
All right. Thank you. Just want to make sure we were getting it
Jennifer.
out.
Yeah, I don't understand. But so if I'm on an iPad and then I leave for the day and someone else comes in and gets on that iPad and searches up weird things, I don't want to be related to that though.
Right, that's what we were just talking about.
So there'll be something that keeps it from.
Just say John had it.
Yeah,
Mister, I'm the only one that uses a computer. Sounds like an admission. We'll figure it out as we go. I think it's a new experience for all of us. It's kind of cool. I like it.
Mr. Lampa just brought up a point as well. He asked if you could email from these devices while you're up there. Being that our email is web-based, you would be able to log into your email on these devices and email if you would like to, yes.
And then just don't have it store or save your password.
Correct, yes.
Like any public device.
Yeah.
Make sure you log
Yep.
out. Yeah.
Log out. Yeah. You'll have to come up with some policies.
We will work on that.
Yeah. Sooner or later, somebody's going to ask for
Very
copies
true.
and records of whatever, just to be, you know how it goes. You all been there and done that.
Very true.
Anything further on that? You should have one more topic, I think, or two or three.
Yeah, there's a few.
You got T7847 annual purchase of Dell computers. Tell us about that.
Send this one to
Oh, yeah.
Make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
First and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved. Tell us about the Dell.
Okay, the Dell computers is our final Dell purchase for the year. These are primarily fire and police devices that are going to be replaced, and a couple odds and ends in the city. But it's just our final one for the year. It was budgeted for.
Any questions? Great, I'll need a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second. First and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is moved to tonight's regular council. Next item is item J, T7848, contract with JPL for City Hall Phase 2 Council Chambers. Mr. Kaufman.
Thank you. This one is the biggie. This is for the rest of the IT services for New City Hall, specifically related to council chambers. So it'll be all of the microphones, all of the audio equipment, the speakers in council chambers, the cameras in council chambers. The cameras specifically, they are people tracking cameras. So what's cool about that is there's going to be 3 of them in council chambers. They will focus directly in on the individual who's speaking. So there'll be one pointed to like the podium, pointed to you guys. So it's really nice for those that are going to be streaming from home. It should give them a lot better experience. We all know how it is right now. It's
Is it just like AI that does it, or that decides who it's tracking on? Like we have, sometimes we interrupt each other.
Yeah.
You know, just we're free flowing ideas. I mean, is the thing going to be bouncing around, or what will it do?
So it is kind of AI. They're Sony cameras. Sony's had this technology for quite a while. I've seen it demoed multiple times, and I mean they're fantastic.
It picks up on the voice.
It does.
So it's just going to be on Glenn. He's got the loudest
Heavy sign everything.
All right, another bridge to cross when we get there.
Does it pick up heavy sighs?
Say again.
Heavy sighing, does it pick that up?
We'll find out. But this is also the rest of the audio equipment that's going to be in council chambers, and the hanging of the projection system and all of that. We already purchased that equipment, but they're going to be hanging the equipment, and then the configuration of everything.
Go ahead, Mr. Hannon.
Thank you.
Camera's on.
I appreciate this as well. Obviously, streaming our meetings has been a big thing that I've been a part of over the years. Coming from a time where we didn't have a stream at all to now, obviously through COVID, streaming everything and whatnot. So I appreciate that. Again, kind of my question is like ease of access to it. I know like it's, our setup right now is pretty easy for, people like me and you that are, familiar with that kind of stuff, right? But like
the rest of us dummies, it's not.
What happens?
Right?
Is it just like a click of a button, or?
It is. It is extremely simple, and the audio stuff is going to be exactly what Caroline uses right now for the recording, the
And that's
audio
gonna be
recording
one of
and
my
stuff.
other questions too, because I know obviously like we're used to that system and.
Exactly. Yes. So that system's not changing. The new stuff's all going to. It's all compatible with that. We made certain of that, and then the streaming. It's going to be basically one button that you click, and it's going to have everything activated.
What about projecting to the projector? Like if I say, using Steve's example of a map, if I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Can I like hit a button and?
You can. It's all wirelessly projection.
You can screen share?
You can.
Oh, nice.
So like we can kind of be like, hey, this person doesn't understand what I'm talking about, so I'm going to put it on the screen.
You can, yes. And all the TVs are going to be linked to that as well, because there's 3 TVs No, three TVs plus the projection system in council chambers.
We got it. You guys want maps? We'll get you guys some.
Yeah.
We'll make sure the large print too.
Mr. Mayor, go ahead.
I'm sure that Matt can put together a set of instructions that we can lay at each one of your places there, so that if you want to go to the screenshot, we can put something down. That wouldn't, and nobody will know. You just kind of like you're looking somewhere else, and you can instantaneously it pops up on the screen.
I'm sure John will teach us.
Exactly.
Us old fuddy-duddies.
You gotta get reelected for it.
We may not all be here. Who knows? All right. Any other questions on that? And then you have, I think, one more, Mr.
One
Coleman.
more, yes.
T7849, renew Pitney Bowes lease.
I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council meeting.
Is you having a senior moment tonight or what?
I'll make a motion to move this to,
They need a second.
Dave? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved. 7849.
Just talking about me, Cyan and Norrin and everything. Look at you guys.
I didn't know they meant that was you. Renew Pitney Bowes lease of postage meter machines. Mr. Tompkins.
Thank you. We did this 5 years ago. This is where it's the machine that we use for all of our mailings that we do from within City Hall, not the ones that are automated. But this is just a new 5-year contract. It comes in a little bit cheaper per month than the last 5-year contract, but it's actually billed quarterly, not monthly.
Open the floor for questions. If not, we have a motion.
I'll make a motion to move this to tonight's full council meeting.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? It is so moved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kaufman. Item 7L, T7850, purchase speaker system for the fire apparatus bay, Chief Reinholz.
Thank you. Current speakers we have on our apparatus floor. Apparatus floor is the garage bay where we keep the fire engines and the ambulances. And it's a big, large area with a lot of concrete and steel. And the initial speakers were just directional speakers like horns. So whenever we get a dispatch, it bounces all over the place, the sound. It's hard, almost impossible to hear it. We might have to go in the bathroom or a room off of it to actually hear it. And we realized we'd had this problem. So Vasu is our radio people. And we went to them and said, this isn't working. Can you go and do some research just to find out how we can get speakers that actually we can hear? So they did, and they actually referenced Norwalk Fire Department. So we took a little field trip out to Norwalk where they had these directional speakers. They look like cones that directed the sound down instead of sideways. And they were excellent. They were very good. So we knew we had this problem and we put it in the budget, hopefully this year, to find these speakers, which we did. And I'm asking council to move it to full council for approval for the amount $14,849.09. But I'm asking not to exceed $15,000 just in case there's a bracket or something else to avoid having to keep coming back to council.
Understood. Any questions from council?
Nope. I'd like to make a motion to move this to tonight's full council.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, it is so moved. Thank you, Chief. Item 7M, T7840, amend 2025 annual appropriations, number 9. Matt Miller.
Mr. Chiak, this is budget adjustment request here. We're moving around some money. That's a lot of funds, but for the general fund, I've got to move some money around for payroll. For the MOU we passed with the AFSCME union. We're also moving some money to help with some tree clearing on 303, and we're doing some street striping and just kind of a ho-hum budget adjustment of the building. Thanks.
Any discussion? Hearing none, do I have a motion? Send
I'll
this
make a motion to move this to tonight's full council meeting.
first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Item 8, citizen comments. Any citizen comments this evening? For the record, there are none. 9, announcements. A regular council meeting will immediately follow the close of this meeting. I'll need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
First and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.
Kelly, you ready?
Okay.
Make a motion to reconvene the regular council meeting.
Second.
Tony?
You. Who's chairing?
Well,
hopefully Tony.
Motion and a second to reconvene into regular council?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are now reconvened into regular council. Do we have to, we can just continue on with what you did, right? Okay. All right, we should be starting out with T7840.
We did.
You know, we have to go back up to.
We did. We didn't do a report.
All right, 5, reports, communications from departments, boards, and commissions. Mr. Reinholz.
Thank you. Not much. No fires to report over the last 2 weeks, which is good. EMS has been very busy, especially our nursing home facilities. We go there quite a bit. We have CPR coming up for City Hall October 9th, 10 o'clock. If anybody's interested, CPR AED. We also purchased, it was approved last council meeting, our augmented reality fire extinguisher unit. As a matter of fact, I'd like Captain Grimm to bring it up next week, the 13th, just to show you. I'm talking about technology. It's an extinguisher with a laptop attached to it. And you can take a picture wherever, and it'll come up on the screen. And then you actually have to rip the tab off, pull the pin, and if you're a veteran, don't throw the extinguisher. But then direct it and extinguish it, and it'll grade you, and it'll tell you depending on what kind of fire it is. So we're going to be offering that to City Hall employees and council, as well as taking it out to the homeowners association or any organization that wants fire extinguisher demonstrations. And then on Sunday, October 5th, we're taking part, we're the host for the county water shuttle, where we practice moving water with tankers, areas that aren't sprinklered. And Berry Plastics has been kind enough to let us use their pond to drain the water out, circle around, and throw it back in just to practice the water shuttle. And that's it.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Wayne, do you have anything to report?
Is your mic on?
Because it was humming. The first thing, I want to let you know that our Sergeant Sedlecki is currently at the National Academy. That's actually pretty prestigious for a sergeant to get into that, so I'm very excited for him. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Both myself, Chief Mosley, and Chief Powers all attended the academy. It's 10 weeks down at Quantico, so he's down there with roughly 225 leaders of law enforcement from across the globe. So again, it's quite a coup that we managed to get him into that as a sergeant. The other thing we have, if you noticed on our social media lately, we've had several hit skips. We did manage to solve one of them. The use of the cameras have really helped out with that. But if you have any sway with anybody, I would encourage you to have people looking at those. We have not tracked down the individual that struck the motorcycle just out here and left the scene. Still working on following up leads, but anybody that can put some extra effort into looking, we will definitely take it. And I was very happy this morning to announce that our cruisers were under their upfit, only to find out that one of our main brackets for our center console does not fit. So the cruisers are now on hold. Hall Public Safety is ordering, we can't get our radios in the consoles. So the parts are on order, and Hall Public Safety will fit us right back into schedule when those parts do come back in. So we're looking at about another month of them sitting there, which is really frustrating, but there's nothing that we can do about it. So we'll be doing some vehicle shuffling, and that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Ms. Lockhart-Reese, anything from Human Resources? Thank you. Mr. Kaufman, IT?
Busy with new city hall. We're all the wiring is almost done. All the network wiring. So it's been a big project.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Edgar, Parks and Recs?
Yes, the winterization of the Splash Park began on Monday. So if you drive by and you notice some pieces missing, don't be alarmed. They are safe and sound. We've had a couple things that needed some work on them, which Raindrop has taken back with them, the manufacturer, to address those issues. And then we'll have Astro pools out in a couple weeks to help clear out the chemicals and the water and all that good stuff and get that finalized for the winter.
All right. Thank you. Mr. O'Malley, anything from Economic Development?
Two things. I believe that you guys have a special finance coming up next. Perfect. Can you add an executive to that as well for me? You add an executive to a special? I don't know. I think you can.
Yeah, as long as it's on there ahead of time. You can't add once you create the special meeting.
Hereby formally requested.
Get another.
Second, the department will be inviting in all of the manufacturing base to hear from two different tenured professors at Kent State and the economics department. They're going to give an overview of the macro and microeconomic forces at play. It's my hope that if we give our local employers a leg up, that they not only beat their competition, but redeploy that capital to hiring people, which is really good for us. The Cleveland Federal Reserve is also sending a representative. That event is occurring on Thursday, November 6th at 8:45 at the community center. Coffee and donuts are provided. You are more than welcome to come. And if you have trouble sleeping at night, I guarantee some of my economic data will help you sleep either very well or scare the living heck out of you. So one of the two.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Amelia. Mr. Cisnowski.
Thank you. I think I mentioned briefly at a previous meeting that we had received proposals for the use list update. Me and Jimmy have gone through those proposals, held interviews, checked references. I'm working with the individuals from the selected firm just to tweak and finalize their proposal before it goes before council. Need to have the monies appropriated or under contract this year. Likely most of the work will take place next year, but are looking to get that firm under contract this year. My goal is to have it to council for the October 13th meeting. If for some reason we can't turn it around that quickly, it'll be on the next meeting in October. Just wanted to let you know that it was a difficult decision, but I think we feel good about the decision, and it'll be before council here at an upcoming meeting.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Checkeye, anything from the engineering department?
Yes, thank you. So Miracle Lane, the pre-construction meeting got pushed to October 7th. I have made the contractor very aware that we have trunk or treat on the 16th. So I am working through that, but that project will begin soon. Arrowhead, I'm still waiting on a bid book to be able to take that out to bid, but I think that'll be next week. I think the mayor alluded to trees coming down at 303 and Diagonal. Those are all in the right of way, and clearing those trees will save us money from having ODOT do it when the project finally starts. And the mayor and I went down to ODOT and graciously asked for more money for that project. With it being a safety project and how it was applied for, they were able to give us another $400,000 for that project. So that will be selling in March of next year. and construction will begin on that. That was obviously a safety project because of the dangerousness of the intersection. We also, Mr. Hannon brought up that the exit ramp over here on Frost is like a roller coaster. It'll knock your teeth out if you're going up it fast enough.
I feel like I'm on a horse.
We mentioned that to them. I have not received an answer on it, but it is on their radar. So that was another thing that we addressed when we talked to them last week. The Aldi signal that the mayor has been very adamant about having the developer put in should be going in the next week or so. So you'll see that change on State Route 14. And AMAT's applications are coming out for resurfacing. So we are working internally to figure out which roads we want to resurface in 5 years from now and which ones cannot be. So you may see some legislation in the coming council meetings.
All right. Thank you for that report. Mr. Bill Miller, anything from the service department?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Finance, we're just working on finalizing the budget for 26.
Okay, thank you. And anything from the Mr. Law Director?
Nothing, nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. You already, Carolyn?
Sure.
Okay. Well, we left off at T7840.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for T7840, T7842, T7843, T7844, T7845, T7846, T7847, T7848, T7849, and T7850.
I'll second that motion.
Try to go slower because I messed it up the last time.
You got it right.
Bang two or so, I don't know what I was saying, but.
Okay. A motion and a second to suspend the rules?
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. All right, thank you. The rules are suspended. Bear with me, I'm not with it tonight.
No rules.
All right. Are you ready for T7840?
Yep.
T7840, amend 2025 annual appropriations number 9.
Ordinance amending ordinance number 2024-164, the 2025 annual appropriations ordinance number 9.
I will make a motion to adopt the legislation.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7840 now passes and becomes 2025-126.
Yes.
All right, we're doing good. T7842, purchase holiday lights display.
This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to purchase holiday lights and supplies from various vendors in an amount not to exceed $50,000 without competitive bidding and declaring an emergency in order to effectuate the purchases in time for the holiday season.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
A motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7842 now passes and becomes 2025-127. T7843, police station elevator repair.
It's an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with Gable Elevator for the police department elevator repairs and declaring an emergency in order to expedite the repairs.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the legislation.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7843 passes and becomes 2025-128. T7844, authorize auction of water vehicle and miscellaneous equipment.
This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to dispose of a used vehicle and used miscellaneous equipment via public auction with Edinburgh Auction Sales, Inc., and declaring an emergency in order to expedite the sale.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
We got Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7844 passes and becomes 2025-129. T7845, amend ordinance number 2025-114, renewal of Citizen Serve subscription.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2025-114, authorizing the mayor to renew an annual subscription with Online Solutions LLC, also known as Citizen Serve, for a web-based software for various city departments and declaring an emergency in order to maintain continuity of services.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7845 passes and becomes 2025-130. T7846, purchase CDW-G Incorporated Apple iPad devices.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with CDWG Inc. for purchase of Apple iPads and related accessories for various city departments in an amount not to exceed $28,500 and declaring an emergency in order to respond to time-sensitive proposal.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7846 passes and becomes 2025-131. T7847, annual purchase of Dell computers.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with Dell Inc. for purchase of Dell computers and related accessories for various city departments in an amount not to exceed $30,412.79 and declaring an emergency in order to respond to time-sensitive proposal.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt in a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7847 passes and becomes 2025-132. T7848, contract with JPL for City Hall Phase 2.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with JPL Connect LLC for IT services for council chambers and the construction of the new city hall and declaring an emergency in order to continue construction uninterrupted.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7848 passes and becomes 2025-133. T7849, renew Pitney Bowes lease of postage meter machine.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a lease agreement with Pitney Bowes Inc. for postage meter equipment and declaring an emergency to expedite the agreement.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7849 passes and becomes 2025-134. T7850, purchase speaker system for fire apparatus bay.
This is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract without competitive bidding with Vasu Communications Inc. for a fire department sound system and declaring an emergency in order to expedite the purchase.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Glenn?
Yes.
Ms. McDaniel?
Yes.
Ms. Wagner?
Yes.
Mr. Mishniak?
Yes.
Mr. Hannon?
Yes.
Mr. Lombardo?
Yes. T7850 passes and becomes 2025-135. Item 7, first reading. T7851, authorized CRA agreement with Guy Part.
area agreement with Gebhardt Intralogistics North America, Inc., and declaring an emergency in order to expedite the effective date of the agreement.
Mr. Hammond has a question on this one.
No, next one.
Oh.
Next one. Next one.
Okay.
All right. Item 8, second reading. T7837 amend Chapter 161 Board of Control membership as amended.
This is an ordinance amending section 161.01 of the codified ordinances of the city of Streetsboro relating to Board of Control members. This is the revised version as was requested at the last meeting.
And if I may, I'd like to comment on this just to explain what Assistant Law Director Rufa and I did. There was, I think it was Council President didn't like the term designee. So what we did is we changed it to the mayor's executive assistant and directors may assign their assistant directors to attend these meetings. So I think that kind of satisfies what council was asking for, but if you have any suggestions, we can ask one through.
That's exactly what I think he was asking for. And then you would ask for Missy to, okay.
So we still have to amend this, like it says as amended currently, but.
The draft she has is that language that they did.
Amended.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're saying, should we make a motion to add that amendment?
I think you kind of did that motion last meeting.
It's already in
I
it.
think we were asking before.
It was changed.
Did we make a motion to have you do that, or we just asked you to do it?
You just asked me to do it, but it's not on the floor. It's not a floor amendment. We did it between the first and second read. So I think it's fine just to continue on like this, and we're going to go on for third read. This as is.
Yeah, because we don't vote on it till the end.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I think that's no problem.
But for the record, it's shown that discussed on.
Yeah, we discussed it on the record.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like they slid it in there without asking us.
All right, item 10, mayor's report.
Thank you, Mr. Lombardo. If you haven't had the opportunity to go down and take a look at Flag Plaza, it is substantially complete. We have to install the lighting and, we have to install the electric and the lighting, and finish the landscaping. But the service department did just a bang up job on that thing. And they did replace all of the sidewalk along the front of it too. So it all is brand new. And I can't think, I don't know if they did a great job. I don't know if you noticed on the way in, Layer Zero is getting ready to move some dirt over here for their expansion. Chick-fil-A is moving dirt for their new build. And on Wednesday, the building right behind us, I'll be going to a ribbon cutting for Home Genius Exteriors. I don't know if you've been up here during the day, but there's usually about 75 to 80 cars parked here? At least. So that's a nice ad for us. And we'll be going to the Gebhardt groundbreaking on Wednesday the 1st, 7th. Okay. Thank God I have these people watch out for me. So we'll be going for that, and lots of good things happening. If you want to, this City Hall, it's really difficult to see the changes because a lot of them are very subtle. They're putting the ceilings in now. They're hanging the lights. They're doing the little things like that. But if you watch it every week like we do, we have a meeting every Wednesday. It's cool because you go in and you can definitely see where they've made progress. The scheduled completion date is the 9th of January. As we get closer, we'll firm that up. But I would like to have an open house for the citizens on that Saturday. I think it's the 16th or 17th of January, where the citizens can come through and tour the building. And then we will, on the Friday of the following week, we will pack up everything here get it ready to move on Saturday. Andrew's moving and storage will come in and move everything over. And then on Sunday, all the employees will be in, setting up their offices and making sure that we're all ready to rock. And then on Monday morning, boom, we're in. So pretty cool, pretty exciting. But that's it.
They look thrilled to be working on a Sunday. Yeah. Okay. And you got a window, so. Yeah.
Everybody has a window.
All right, thank you, Mayor, for that report. President of council comments? Dustin has nothing to report. I just want to give a shout out to Parks and Rec, Ms. Egger. It's looking awesome over there. I've gotten a lot of compliments about the restrooms, whoever I helped you with that service. Just the parks in general are looking really good. People are excited for your lighting display. And we anticipate it's going to be better than Macedonia's by the end of next year. So you have a year. That's all I have. Ms. Glenn?
No comments.
Wagner?
No comment.
Mr. Missionary?
I just had a quick question of the chief. Have you hopefully not noticed any increase in reports of like sick deer or anything like that, at least up north? I know the ODNR is tracking the EHD outbreak, and it looks like Portage County might have missed it, but won't know unless people call, like deer wandering into their ponds and dying in their yards. Have we had an increase, or is it about the same?
I am not aware of any calls that we've
Good.
gotten on that. I know Twinsburg just posted on their social media about it. I don't know if that was a preemptive or based on a call. The last research I was doing on it, it hadn't hit our area. I can't remember the abbreviation for it. It's not the chronic wasting.
EHD, yeah.
It's, is that the virus?
Yeah, it's epizootical hemorrhagic disorder.
The hemorrhagic.
It's it says a tiny little fly bites their eye, but it puts a bug in them and it kills them it's 100% fatal.
Yeah.
And it's within 48 hours of being bit.
The only bright side on that,
just deer,
which is
not humans.
Yeah, it doesn't affect.
Just deer. You're like, I haven't heard of this.
It doesn't. There's no danger to pets, and there's no danger to humans. I mean, I wouldn't eat a deer that was dealing with that. Yeah. But yeah, so far,
I know it's directly related to drought. And in drought years, it breaks out really bad. And they're seeing a direct correlation down south where the drought is the worst in Ohio. Mm-hmm. And I know just in the past 3 weeks, I have a couple friends that have larger farms down there. One farm was 300 acres that had 52 dead deer in 2 days. And they just all dropped dead in 1 day or 2 days. And they seek water. So if you do see that as a citizen, call it in. And then ODNR is tracking it to try to see. But they think because our drought level is medium, that Portage County might miss it, which would be great.
Yeah, I'm hoping. They're still running in front of cars.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I think we're still on track for a normal year as far as that goes.
That'd be great. Yeah, that's all I had. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, Mr. Michniak. Mr. Hannon, anything to report?
I do have two things, actually. First of all, off the mayor's comments, the city hall, I got to tour it for the second time. When was that, like 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Weeks, yeah.
It's just crazy to see the progress of it. They're doing a great job. Can't wait to be in there. And on that, I just want to give the service department a shout out because you took us out front of the building and you're talking about the flag plaza. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. It'll be ready for like next spring, right? It was literally a week later and the thing was done. I drove by, I was like super impressed. It looks really good. But thank you for giving the tour. And then on that, I'm surprised you didn't mention this, Mayor, but I attended the Celebrate Portage Awards.
Well, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, last Thursday. I was not directly a nominee for an award, but the athletic department, which I work for at Streetsboro High School, was a nominee for the Youth Initiative Award, which we ended up winning, which was presented by the mayor. I don't know if you had any pull in that, but basically the athletic department did win the Youth Initiative Award. We have a captain's council that has been going on for 14 years. Basically, our sports captains do community service projects in the community. Every winter, we have 2 projects. We go to the Kent Social Services, and they prepare meals for Thanksgiving. And then we also go to the Streetsboro Community Center, which I did pass our athletic director's information on to Miss Edgar, so then that way we can get that set up again for this upcoming year. But we played chair volleyball with the seniors, and we had, we provided them with pizza and lunch and everything. So the kids, it's kind of like kids interacting with seniors, and, we split them up and they talk about their life and everything. So it's a really cool thing, and it was cool to be a part of that, but also to have the mayor present the award. So
thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you.
We were actually up for 2 awards.
Oh, yes.
And we got ripped off, or 3 awards. We got ripped off for 2 of them.
What was the other one?
The other one was for the efforts that, that Josh had for CIT.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't want to say, I say that jokingly, but, we didn't win the other 2 awards, and we should have won for the Bruin Barbecue Bash.
All the nominees are winners.
But they all did not get a trophy.
That's true.
But speaking of the trophy, if you ever go to Streetsboro High School, the trophy is now in our trophy case, so it is on display for people to see.
Is that what Bree was representing?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. She's actually my cross country team captain. So
yeah, that was cool. Did you have any pull on that?
I did have some pull.
I thought so, but don't comment anything.
I was also like the 4th or 5th person in line. The superintendent was busy, the athletic director was busy, and it was conference night, so both principals couldn't go. So they asked me as the assistant in the athletic department to attend, which I was definitely honored to do so. And I was a part of last year's, I was at the senior center, so it was kind of cool to be a part of that, but also, be a part of the award as well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. You stole my time tonight.
Yeah. Well, Steve did too. He's talking about deer, so.
Yeah, dead deer.
It's McDaniel.
100% fatal. Deer only.
Announcements. There will be a safety committee, a service committee, and a special finance, and a regular council meeting on Monday, October 13th, 2025, starting at, I was going to say 1900, at 17 p.m. in the council chambers.
You say 17 p.m.? I've never been to that.
I was going to say 1900, but then at 7 p.m. So I'm off tonight.
I'm going to check that. It's 17 o'clock.
And you guys all made fun of the old man.
I know.
Look who's talking up there.
He's tired. Would you work a double? I know you firefighters have like 5 jobs.
14 adjournment. They need time off.
Do adjourn.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Do you want to chime in?
I forgot. Yeah, I know, I'm already, hands up. You asked me what they look like.
It'll be